Talk with, it's on, so just start recording. It's recording and stuff.
It's recording now?
Oh, okay.
Talk with him, Congressman. So next time you see him, mention my name and tell him that.
Try to get everybody up in the record. Gotta wave again. Wave again, one more time. Jake, one more time, wave again. There you go.
I know, that's what he said. He told me to tell you hi. Yeah, I told him I was coming up here.
Pat Stevens, Pat Bryant. All right.
Sister Michelle.
I'd like to make a formal statement and acknowledge those who have made this possible for us at the Danny K. Davis Job Training Program. First off, I've got to thank my Congressman Danny K. Davis, who I've worked up under for many years, and then I used that creative juices that was nurtured in the 29th Ward People's Assembly to come up with this idea, and it's been a great idea since. We've graduated 114 students, 59 of them are working today.
Now, is that in here, the 114, the number?
Yes, on the second
Good,
last
good
page.
guys, want to make sure that's great.
But if not, no, if not.
114,
I'll
114 and 59.
forward. Right.
I got it.
And I'd like to acknowledge
Larry.
Larry Carrico, president of former president
Yeah, there you go. I'm
of
retired
the
now.
Illinois Rental Purchase Debtors Association and the current president of the Association of Progressive Rental Organizations down in Austin, Texas.
There you go.
Looks just like his pitch on his website because I had to go research. I'd like to thank Tyrone Whiteside, our tech director, our lead refurbisher, Clyde Payne, and the lead instructor, Leotis Wheeler. So I'd like to also introduce and give time for the congressman to have a word. So if you'd like to have a word, Congressman.
Well, let me do that. First of all, let me thank Lowry for having the creativity and ingenuity to think up this program and this idea. I think it's one of the best examples of the fact that individuals don't necessarily have to have a long resume. They don't necessarily have to have a whole lot of titles. They don't have to have a lot of positions. They don't have to be elected officials to do meaningful things. Lowry thought up this idea simply from knowing the landscape, understanding what people's needs were, understanding the economy, also understanding the growth potential that such a program had, and developed it. He forged a relationship with the Allison Institute, which is named after the founder and pastor of this church that's next door. Bishop Benny Allison was a long-time community activist as well as a Church of God in Christ preacher. And many people didn't know that he was intimately associated with something called the Garfield organization, which was an activist community type organization trying to do redevelopment in a decaying neighborhood. So I want to congratulate you, Lowry, for what you've been able to do and all of those who've been working with you. I want to thank the Illinois Rental Purchase Dealers Association because oftentimes we miss opportunities by not having relationships and contacts. To be able to receive these pieces of equipment that men and women can now work on, can practice on, can learn on, to develop their own level of understanding, I think that is one of the most meaningful things that one can do. I've always been told that if you give a man a fish he can eat for a day. But if you teach a man or a woman how to fish, they can eat for a lifetime. And I think the idea of this is to help individuals be able to eat for a lifetime. We hope that this program will be able to get further developed to really get a funding stream out of some of all the many different fund potentials that exist. Especially, we hope that they would be able to get some money out of a bill that I was the chief sponsor of, something called the Second Chance Act, that creates opportunities for ex-offenders to try and successfully reintegrate themselves back into normal life. The bill actually takes effect in October of this year, and guidelines should be out for proposals and what the Department of Justice and Department of Labor are looking for. So Lowry, I hope that you would put together one of the best proposals, because it's also a very competitive funding that's going to take place. And the people who have the best programs and who can convince the Justice Department and convince the Department of Labor and Health and Human Services that their programs will actually help reduce recidivism. Those are going to be the people who get funded. So I thank all of you, and again, I just can't thank the Illinois Rental Purchase Dealers Association enough, nor the individuals who have the very technical skills that people need. There are a lot of people who'd like to do things, but just don't know how. And so if you can match know-how with desire, and then put all of that combined together, then I think you've got a chance for success. And I thank you gentlemen so very much. And again, Lowry, I congratulate you on the development of this program.
Larry, you want to say a word?
Yeah, I just, thanks for the opportunity. I think the Congressman made a great point there when he said we don't match resources enough. That happens so many times in our own industry and in our own relationships with our customers, is that we just had an opportunity, a small window, began talking about it, and we were just sitting in his office, and you speak from passion, and the Congressman spoke of passion about the ex-offender program. And when he said that, I said, hey, you seem like we should be able to match resources, and that's exactly what happens. And smart and God willing congressmen that are out there in D.C. that help us out, they're always thinking. They're always thinking about you guys back in the home state, in the home area. So again, I can't thank you enough for bringing that to our attention. Everybody wins this way. When win-win-win can happen, we think it's great. So thank you again.
Well, that pretty much concludes this.
Lowry, could I suggest that you make absolutely certain that we kind of call up the local papers and give them the story.
Yes.
If they didn't come, but sometimes if you just call them up and talk to them and give them a photograph and all.
We'll put it out on the AP on our side at April, so we'll have a big story written up in the next few days. You've probably seen the other one that we wrote the other day.
Yeah.
So we'll do it again, and now we'll have some local flavor to it too as well.
Okay, great. So, I thank everyone. I'm really excited because Larry has presented an opportunity for our graduates to consider employment after completing this program, and that's the first step of getting a lot of lives turned around. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.